Mr. Desert Storm Timothy Bradley rips, and I mean absolutely rips, Gervonta Tank Davis, and not for in the ring stuff, for out of the ring personal stuff right after he says it's not personal. But let's send out our blessings. Blessed love and blessed day, oh boxing world, boxing nation, fighting world, fight nation. It's Coach Fight and this is Real Life Boxing. Before we get into the video, best double jab straight down the pipe with the left hook behind it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified when all new content is being uploaded on the channel of Real Life Boxing. Put the left hook behind it and share the videos, please and thank you. Timothy Desert Storm Bradley, he was caught up to last night by the interviewers. Obviously there was an FA Jogba show, a few good fights on it. Shushu Carrington, Supernova fought on it. So pretty decent card. But after the fight, the interviewers caught up with Timothy Bradley, and the very first question that was asked of Timothy Bradley was what he thought of Gervonta Davis versus Hector Luis Garcia. He begins by praising Gervonta Davis and saying that Gervonta Davis is the goods, and he knew that that was going to happen, and so forth and so forth and so forth. Gervonta did exactly what he was supposed to do. Even though he didn't get the highlight reel knockout, he was still able to land the punches that he needed to land to get the stoppage. He then goes on to say that, you know, now is the time that we want to see Gervonta Davis in the ring with 50-50 opponents, in the ring with guys like Ryan Garcia, in the ring with guys like Lomachenko and Devin Haney. He goes on to then start to criticize Gervonta Davis a little bit about his opposition and about the matchmaking that PBC and Showtime has been doing with him. You know what I'm saying? Which that wasn't too bad, because I think we can all, you know what I'm saying, agree that we want to see Tank in there against some better ops now. But then he was asked about Tank's comments that were made against him, because obviously Timothy Bradley came at Tank earlier on in the year, and I covered that when Timothy Bradley was inducted into the Hall of Fame, and Tank said, that guy's not a Hall of Famer, you know what I'm saying, so forth and so forth. And Timothy Bradley said, well, you know, Tank couldn't beat all the guys that I beat, but I could definitely beat all the guys on his resume, but he couldn't beat the guys on my resume, and so forth. So the interviewer asked him what he thought about that, and he said, you know, I don't take it personal, you know what I'm saying, it's all, everyone has their right to their opinion, and I don't take it personal, you know what I'm saying, we all say what we have to say. Immediately after he said that it wasn't personal, he then began to take personal shots at Tank Davis, accusing him of being a woman beater, accusing him of the domestic violence. Obviously Tank Davis was arrested for a domestic violence incident before his fight with Hector Luis Garcia, in which the lady that was in the incident, that was involved in the incident with Tank Davis, his child's mother, came out and said that it was all a mistake, she made it up, you know what I'm saying, she forced the issue and it wasn't that serious. And they let Tank go with some misdemeanor, you know, 10% of $1,000 bill, which was a $100 bill, and they let him go with some, you know, with a misdemeanor charge or whatever have you. But just seems like it's not going to be a big deal. It wasn't a big deal, and it's not going to come out to be a big deal. Tank was acquitted of the charges, you know what I'm saying, technically, you know what I'm saying, acquitted of the charges. The girl said he did nothing wrong. Well, Timothy Bradley, well, she didn't say he did nothing wrong. She said that they both was involved in the situation, but she forced it. He didn't hit her, you know what I'm saying, and there was no need for her to call the authorities, you know what I'm saying. But Timothy Bradley comes out and then begins to blast Gervonta Tank Davis about hitting women and about the way he's treating women in his life outside of the ring, and how he doesn't respect that because that's not how his father grew him, and all of these things. So the issue that I have with this and Tim Bradley is that immediately after he said that it's not personal, he begins to take personal shots at Gervonta Tank Davis while it not being personal. I mean, it wasn't about his in the ring stuff. He straight up said, I don't like Gervonta Davis. I want to see Ryan Garcia knock his ass out for the stuff that he's doing outside of the ring. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that stuff. You know what I'm saying? He then goes on to begin to praise Ryan Garcia in his own little way after he's been quoted saying that Ryan Garcia was not ready for Tank Davis and all of these things. Now he doubles, he spins the block on that and says, no, you know what I'm saying? I think Ryan Garcia is ready for Tank Davis because he dropped Luke Campbell, who Lomachenko fought Luke Campbell, and it was a tough fight, and Ryan Garcia stopped Luke Campbell after being stopped. So I think that Ryan Garcia is ready for Gervonta Tank Davis, and I want him to knock him out because he's a piece of shit and all of these things. He does say, now I don't know if he's going to knock him out because Ryan does have hoes. You see, so he praises both of them and trolls both of them at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm gonna go right back to what I said in the video that I did prior to this video. I've done 3 videos today about 3 different people trolling Gervonta Tank Davis. One being Oscar De La Hoya, one being Eddie Hearn, and now Timothy Bradley. And these guys pretty much understand, like I said, Gervonta Tank Davis is trending like it or not. And for whatever reason, whether it be inside the boxing ring and outside, this man is trending for inside the boxing ring and outside the boxing ring. So he's trending for he's trending for competition, and he's trending for personal shit. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that it's all good, but he's trending. And these people, they fully understand that if they attach their name to his name in a controversial way, because controversy sells, that they're going to be trending also. If Timothy Bradley would have just said nice things about Gervonta Davis, that interview would have never been it would have never been talked about the way that it's being talked about now. But for the simple fact that he talked against Gervonta Davis and spoke really controversial, had some controversial things to say, that he knew the minute that he said it, all of us was going to start doing videos about it. You know what I'm saying? So these guys perfectly understand this. You know what I'm saying? They know, let me attach my name to Gervonta Tank Davis' name in some controversy, and then I'm going to be trending. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep myself relevant. They understand how to play the game in this era of the social media. You know what I'm saying? They definitely understand how to play the game. You know what I'm saying? Immediately after this man says it's not personal, he begins to take personal shots at Tank Davis. And then he goes on to praise, and mind you, he was praising Tank Davis earlier on in the interview, right? And then he goes on to praise Ryan Garcia, but then he goes on to also troll Ryan Garcia in the same sequence of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? He says, I want Ryan to knock him out because I think Ryan is ready. He did this against Luke Campbell, but I don't know if he knocks out Tank because he has some holes in his game, and I'm not going to tell you what the holes are. You know what I'm saying? You got a trainer for that. You know what I'm saying? Your trainer can tell you that. I'm not about to tell you what the holes are. Like, your trainer can tell you that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just all about trolling. You know what I'm saying? And these dudes know how to keep their name relevant. As long as they can attach their name to a certain person's name and throw some controversy up in the mix, then it's all good. Then we all trending, right? Share the love. You know what I'm saying? Share the bag. All these guys understand that. I did 3 videos today alone on 3 different people trolling Tank Davis, Oscar De La Hoya, Eddie Hearn, you know what I'm saying, and now Timothy Bradley. So they understand how to play the game and how to keep their names relevant, and that's exactly what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They just playing for the crowd. Oscar did what he did earlier, and like I said, that could be promotion for the fight. That could be promotion for the fight, or him just wanting to bother Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? Or that could have the contract might already be signed and sent. You know what I'm saying? And he could be throwing that shit out there just to get everybody talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Just to stir up the mix. Eddie Hearn now. You know what I'm saying? Saying that Gervonta Davis is inarticulate and he's not a deep thinker and he's a badass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He knows why he's doing that. Let me throw some shit at Tank and get some controversy going right now. Now him and Tank is going at it on Twitter. So if Tank is trending, well, Eddie's trending. And now you have Timothy Desert Storm Bradley, who last night was asked about Gervonta Davis against Hector Luis Garcia, and immediately he got into the trolling. After praising Gervonta Davis for a quick little second, he immediately got into the trolling. So these dudes know what they're doing. They know how to keep themselves relevant in the game. Attach their name to Gervonta Davis with some controversy in itself. You guys tell me what y'all think about it in the comment section. Super Thanks is live underneath the video. You can give a donation to the video with a comment underneath. Send Coach a bag, Cash App, $CF Boxing. The picture is Gervonta Davis knocking out Hector Luis Garcia. Send Coach a bag. Until then, you guys keep fighting your fight and protect yourself at all times. Peace and one love. It's Coach Fight. This is Real Life Boxing.